back working on the F30 here for part 2. And I'm going to start going over what was mechanically wrong with this car. And this might be a little bit of a long video because there was quite a bit mechanically wrong with this car. So flash forward, it's been about, I think, a little over a week since I picked this up. I have already replaced the brake rotors all around, brake pads all around, a rear suspension arm. There was a bolt in the rear knuckle that I had to change. I'm still waiting on a camber bolt to come in from BMW that I need to change in the rear. There is a control arm bushing that I need to change in the rear because it, well, oops. That was my new brake caliper falling off the car. So, yeah, I had set that on the roof. That did not stay up there. That should be fine. So, yes, we have to put a brake caliper on because after I did the brakes, I have one caliper that's sticking, which is really not that bad. 1 out of 4, we'll take it. So like I was showing you there, we had to get those bushings done in the back. And one of the most exciting pieces, something that's actually going to be kind of fun to replace, well, probably won't be fun to replace, but satisfying once it is fixed, is my broken charge pipe. So I ordered this in. It's a VRSF. It's a, I believe this one is metal. Let's open this up. Let's take a peek. It's nice. They sent me a little lanyard and spend some money. It's always nice to get a lanyard. And take this out. See, that's what the upgraded pipe looks like. The original one is a plastic pipe, and when you tune these cars, it pushes more boost through, because this is the charge pipe, of course, and then blows this apart. I will show you on my car where this is all broken, so it doesn't hook onto the throttle body anymore, causing a massive boost leak around here. So this is upgraded, and that will fix that problem. I just have to reinstall the original O-ring and clip, which was still fine on my car. And obviously, plumb the rest of it up. It comes with some more pieces, connectors, clamps. And one other thing that we did get, doesn't need to be replaced, but it is one of the next weak links down the line. And I ordered this Turbo Smart blow-off valve, which replaces the stock diverter valve. So if anybody's wondering where I ordered that charge pipe and blow-off valve from, I'm in Canada. I really wanted to get it from a Canadian supplier. So Park Auto was out of Ontario. They got that stuff to me within 2 days. I ordered that on Monday morning. It is Wednesday at noon, and now I have those here. So thank you, Park Auto. That was awesome, flawless procedure, and I will definitely be looking you guys up for some more parts in the future. They had also sent me an air freshener, a couple stickers, a lanyard, and included in that VRSF box were 2 VRSF decals. We also did the valve cover gasket on this car, which pretty much every BMW needs done. That went really well. It only took us a couple of hours. The dealership actually quotes, I think, 7 hours to do that job, and we were able to do it in 2 hours, and it really wasn't too bad. So that's definitely something that you can DIY yourself at home. All right, so we're in the process of changing the valve cover gasket. I didn't record much of it because I found an actual very good step-by-step video online. I will link down below if you are changing the valve cover in your N55. Actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Everything went very well. Just in the process right now of installing the new gasket in the valve cover. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have this on the road, running and driving well. All right, so we're bringing into the engine bay, and as you can see, I am missing the beauty cover. I'll have to track one of those down someday. And checking down here, way back down there is usually where they start leaking bad, and that's where mine was leaking bad. And it leaks straight down onto your catalytic converter. And of course, oil leaking onto a cat is not great. Not only is it a fire hazard, but it smokes and smells really bad. And it is really embarrassing. You don't want your car doing that. So there's a lot of stuff. It's kind of overwhelming when you look at it at first. But like I said, we were able to do it in just over 2 hours. You got to knock off all of these like high pressure fuel lines. You got to take all the coils out. You have to take this engine brace out, and then everything that holds on the actual valve cover, clean all the surfaces, put the new valve cover on, and just kind of reverse what you did. I'm not going to show you that. There is so many good tutorial videos on that. I will actually link in the description down below the video I watched to do this. So if you are doing this yourself, you can go back on your N55 and watch that. But over here, you can see that I have it kind of doctored up with a zip tie to hold it together. And you can see where my charge pipe is broken. And it goes down, swoops down. And yeah, it's definitely not going to be the easiest thing to get at. But yeah, we'll get on changing that so I have no more boost leaks. Again, this car is looking fantastic inside and out. It cleaned up very well. I have not done anything to the outside other than give it a hand wash. Once this is buffed, it will look even better. But I'm more or less just focusing on getting it mechanically sorted before I get it looking 100%. And the main reason behind that is because, well, outside it is just a wet, snowy mess. So no matter what you do, you take it out for 2 seconds, the car is gonna get dirty. Okay, so anybody telling you that getting that charge pipe off is easy, they're lying to you. This is horrible. You're gonna hate your life. You're gonna think it's impossible, but it does come out. We took it out the bottom. We ended up removing the intercooler. Figured that would be a smart move. All right, we're going on day 2 of a charge pipe install on my F30 BMW. Now, I'm a big fan of DIY and stuff, but you know, if you call up a shop and you're like, I want to get this charge pipe done on my BMW, and they quote you a couple hours, pay the man. You're looking to get a blow-off valve installed on your F30? Call up a shop, they say, yeah, we can do that for you. A couple hours labor. Ship it there. Pay the man. Give them your credit card. Don't even ask. Just do it. All for DIYing, but yeah, this was not a fun job. I was able to fix the hood warning, as you've seen in the first video, if you watched that. It's just a temporary fix for now, but you use a 7.5 resistor, and you wire it into the hood warning switch. It's kind of, mine was already all butchered up, but anyway, so that's a temporary fix until my new latch comes in. So yeah, there's a crush washer in this oil somewhere. We're gonna find it. All right, so it is super dark out, but yeah, let's see if I fixed everything properly or if this is gonna go horribly. I have been waiting a week to get this all buttoned up and actually start driving this again, so definitely excited. First things first, we're gonna put it in sport mode so it has the sport display. And you can see right here, it's got a power meter and a torque meter. That will be a good sign if that boost pipe, that charge pipe I just installed, pops off. I'll see myself lose a lot of power. And I know what I was making before with the boost leak, so it'll be kind of interesting to see what it makes, hopefully with no boost leaks, if I did everything properly. All right, and for the most part, the car's driving really, really good. I still have a little bit of a slight noise in the rear, but it actually seems to be going away. The squeaking is still there, of course. I have to change the bushings in that control arm. But really, other than that, it's driving really good. The charge pipe hasn't popped off. That's definitely really good. I don't want to go back in there and have to do anything to do with that ever again. Yeah, it's nice. I gotta go get some fuel. We are just about out. I've already ran out of fuel once this week. I do not want to make it twice, but in the middle of the city, it's kind of hard to do any spirited driving, but the car is working really good. It's definitely got more power than before. The throttle feels much more responsive. I am super excited to get that blow-off valve installed. That'll give me a lot more turbo noises, but that's looking like it's going to be another video. I got one more thing I want to show you before I wrap this video up, and like I said, that'll be another day, but we'll bring you back when it's time for that. Was I think 4 days for me, because there was a delay in the shipping company, and then when they showed up, one of the tires was low on air, so I went and got that dealt with. So I got them rebeaded, new valve cores, and had them balanced. And of course, I'm talking about my new wheels and tires for the car. So I picked these up on Marketplace for a fantastic deal. Almost as good of a deal as I got on the car. Almost one of those too good to be true kind of deals. So I paid $300 for these 20-inch Ruffino wheels with tires. Now the tires aren't, really like anything to write home about. They'll probably get me through a few months. There's a little bit of camber wear on a couple of them on the edges, but other than that, they're actually really good. But I mainly bought these for the wheels. And I expected them to be kind of rough when I got them, but this was one of those things when you get them off Marketplace, kind of bought them sight unseen, had them shipped down from a few hours away, and these showed up. I was pretty happy. Now, nobody be upset, I'm going to lean these on the bumper. This bumper is damaged. I will be eventually fixing that anyway. I just want to bring you in here so you guys can take a look at these. I gave them a quick hand wash. That's what we're working with for tires. So like I said, like nothing to write home about, but nothing terrible either. I think those are gonna look fantastic. And of course, I'm gonna switch out that center cap with the BMW one. And enough of me talking, I've been waiting long enough. Let's get this up on the air. Let's get these old cruddy wheels off, and let's put these on, and let's see how it looks. Well, it's hard to believe, but those $300 wheels sure look pretty good compared to what was on it before. They are massive, those 20s, but oh, there's that squeaky bushing back there still, but wow. Does that ever change the car? And with those BMW center caps, it just looks like an OEM wheel. My OCD couldn't be more satisfied right now. Let's get the rest of those on. All right, so again, I am not here for educational purposes, but one of the first tools I think everybody needs to know how to use and own is a torque wrench. If you're gonna be working on your car, you're probably gotta take the wheels off. And it is very, very, very important to torque your wheels. I don't care what anybody says, do it. I have lost wheels and come so close to losing wheels on many occasions. So torque your wheels to proper spec and retorque them, and make sure you're doing it in the proper pattern. Again, I'm not an educational channel, so look up the proper way to install and remove and whatever wheels. But like I said, just get a torque wrench and make sure you give her a little every now and then. All right, I'm not even gonna look outside because I'm pretty sure it is raining. And any normal person would be like, yeah, that's good enough, and just take it out. But we're gonna wash my car, even though I'm pretty sure it's raining, because I want the full effect. And of course, I want you guys to see the full effect of what this looks like, nice and clean and dry with the new wheels on it. All right, and just like that, I am pretty sure I have already said it a few times in this video, but this looks like a whole different car, and I could not be more happy with the purchase. Again, a few angles just to show you what that looks like now with these wheels on it. So I think it's time for what everybody's been waiting for. I'll let you guys know how much I paid for this car. So I won this car at auction. My bid won for $4,000. So I didn't actually win the car for $4,000. It was a phone call. The gentleman wanted $5,500 for the car. I countered at $4,300 and actually won it at $4,300. So there were taxes and fees on that, but this I do believe at $4,300 Canadian is the cheapest running and driving F30 335 in North America. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've got that title again. But I am extremely happy with this car. It is looking fantastic now that we got these new wheels on, but it didn't come without a price. To get this car running and driving took quite a bit. And again, like I said, there were some taxes and fees at the auction. So taxes and fees at the auction were about $1,000. It cost me, I think, $5,400 out the door. We spent, I think it was just over $250. Now again, these prices are all Canadian. $250 on pads and rotors for the car all around. I needed to buy a $200 caliper for the rear. I spent $300 on these wheels and tires. I spent $150 on those tires to get me going. I needed to do a suspension arm in the rear. That was, I think, $80. The valve cover gasket was $64. I'm going to have to add all that stuff up over here. Just 1 second, and I will let you know the total on what I spent. Oh, I also had to buy a gas cap, but that was really cheap. I just got that from the U-Pull. I think that was $5. When I bought this car and I went to go put gas in it, there was no gas cap. So just give me a second. Let me do some math. All right, so this is the first time I actually added all this up. And I left out a couple things. I forgot about the charge pipe that I had to get. I ended up going with an upgraded one. The blow-off valve, which has not been installed yet. And also the lower control arm in the rear and the oil change. So anyway, a few things I left out earlier. But yeah, after I added that all up, I spent, without labor, so this is just parts, and the tax, $2,700. Well, $2,710 and $10. We're gonna call it $2,700 just in parts, fixing this vehicle. And if I was paying a shop to do that, we would have been like probably 15 hours of labor changing everything that we did. And most shops charge $100, $120 an hour of labor. So you do the math there. This vehicle was definitely mechanically written off. So yes, you can get good deals at the auction, but unless you know how to fix something yourself, or you know somebody that's gonna give you a really good deal of fixing it for you, you can get yourself also into a lot of trouble at the auction. So I pretty much would have been into this car for what I could have gone to a dealership and bought one with lower miles and probably got a warranty for if I had been fixing this myself. But I don't include my actual labor in this cost, so we're still good. We got a great deal on this car. So we're just shy of $7,000 total into this vehicle, so I don't think I've got anything to complain about, and I definitely don't think there's any way we can lose on this. Let me know down below, would you guys pay $7,000 for this vehicle? And again, keep in mind, if you guys are watching out of the States, $7,000 Canadian is definitely a lot less than $7,000 American. So I think we got a really good deal on this car. Again, we'll bring you inside here, show you what it looks like. Again, it's that manual transmission, super awesome. I think that just about does it for this video, guys. I'm gonna stop babbling. It has been a long day. I am going to go home and get myself cleaned up, and I am super excited to see how this thing drives. I will let you know in another video how these wheels ride, and also we will be installing that blow-off valve I was talking about soon, and we'll show you some sound clips about that. Thanks everybody for watching. If you haven't already and you want to, subscribe to the channel. We'll have lots more content coming. Again, the Corvette will be coming again here soon. We're just waiting on some parts, and then we're gonna get that thing all back together, and we've got some modifications that we will be doing to that as well. We have an E36 back there that is begging for some attention, and who knows what else we're gonna get. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.